So this mother freaker right here to my right robbed me. I thought he was my best friend, but he's actually just a piece of crap. So I don't know if I should forgive him or not, but whatever. I guess we're gonna talk about it. Yeah. What do you have to say for yourself, Shiva?
What did I
Kailash?
do? Tell us.
You robbed me, bro. You robbed me. First of all, this is an episode of Scary Hours podcast. And join the Discord and all that. But you robbed me, Shiva. You did. Don't. What are you talking about? You don't know? You don't know what's going on? You don't know what I'm talking about?
I did rob you, but after I robbed you, I put the funds back in the bank,
Okay, so now we're being honest. Thank
like
you
a
for that.
like a good thief should.
So yeah, basically, there's been a whole lot of drama going on. I feel like this is. Did you ever watch Lamb Chop when you were? You probably. I don't know if you're old enough. You're not old enough. There was a show called Lamb Chop when I was a kid, and it was the intro of the song was, "This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend." You ever heard it?
No, but that sounds funny.
Lord is singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that's what this feels like to me.
Uh-huh.
Never ending baloney, never ending drama. And like honestly, I was just getting sick and tired of it, bro. And then when you robbed me, that was like the final straw for me, honestly, to be real.
Yeah. So give the people the deets. What happened here?
So I'm gonna say what my impression was because I don't exactly know, but I would actually want to ask you some of the deets while we're at it, to be real, because this is my impression was that you sold a course or you sold a consultation to somebody, and I don't know if you used my name or if this person specifically requested me. All I know is I watched the video where you said, "Hey, what do you want from us?" And then he specifically mentioned you, Leo, and me. And he said specifically what he wanted from all three of us. He said, "This is what I want from Shiva. This is what I want from Leo. This is what I want from Los." So for me, that means, I'm being used for marketing purposes, essentially. I'm part of the driving force behind the monetization, let's call it, right? And so you called me up and you bugged me about it. You're like, "Hey, we got to do this consultation." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then you cancel on me because some broad, and then I get pissed off, and then finally you bring me back on and we do the call, right? You Oh no, during that cancellation process, I refunded your money because I wasn't going to do it, but then you made me do it. So then from there I was like, okay, I figured you would just give me the money, so I didn't say anything, right? I was like, yeah, he'll send it to me eventually. I was like, maybe he'll send it to me during the second call. No problem. Like, whatever. Maybe that's what he was thinking. And then, we got into another back and forth about that broad. And then you ended up doing the video 2 minutes later with Leo by yourself. And then not paying me and not doing anything and not saying anything about it. And it seemed like to me, and this was the consensus in the Discord group, shout out to the Discord group, that had I not called you out on it, you were just going to leave it that way.
Is that true that if you didn't call me out on it, it would have been left that way? It's possible. We'll never know. Let me share my version of the story here now, very quickly. I was a bit frustrated with you. Then you refunded the money for some reason. Something happened.
You
And then,
canceled on me because you wanted to do a call with that lady.
right. I'm like, hey, I forgot to do this call with you. I did forget. And Carlos was like, I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm like, all right, buddy. Things happen. And then he
Uh,
Yeah,
You're,
then yeah, whatever. Like
you're
let's
talking about you're talking about a different time. The
yeah.
first time was you didn't forget.
Okay, let me just tell the story for the fresh viewers that are watching. Okay, let me just wind you back. So, somebody paid us for a consultation. We did the first call, thanks to me, because I saved it. And but after I sent Carlos money, he refunded it because he thought it wasn't going to happen, but I made it happen. So the money came back to my account. And then the second call came, and Leo and I had a consensus that, okay, Carlos is no longer part of this because so much drama and chaos, and we're kind of establishing what we want to do here. And the gentleman kind of agreed also, yeah, okay, this is also what he wanted, so it's good. And then what I did was I refunded portion of the money for the one call. There were supposed to be two, which let's say, and 50% I refunded back to you. I thought that was fair, and I refunded that money back to you. And then I think that night,
After I called you out, though,
no, this was before. I didn't even know you
no,
were. I wasn't even part of the Discord. You banned
somebody
me.
was telling you.
You
Somebody was
blocked.
telling you.
No. So I refunded the money. I'm like, okay, I need to obviously pay this guy, and I did for one call. But you didn't go for two calls. You only went for one. So I paid you for
Well,
one
I'm
call.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that from our perspective and everybody in my Discord, the
Hold on, let me
timing
finish.
was
Let me finish.
the
No, let
timing
me.
was very fishy because
Yeah. The timing was
it
fishy
was.
because it was true that I responded to what you're saying. Then that day came, and Leo was like, "Oh, this guy's saying, complaining in the chat." And then after I read them, like, yeah, it's not sitting well with me. And then I understood this very quickly. This is the right thing to do. I gotta give you the full amount, even though you don't really deserve it. But we can get to that on another topic. Yeah. Who cares? It's just money. So I gave back, gave this man the full payment, and everybody's happy. So what's the moral of the story? Always do things to appear better in other people's perceptions. I'm just
What the
kidding. I'm
fuck?
just kidding.
What the
Do
actual
the right thing that sits well in your heart, because no matter how people perceive you, who you are at nighttime, that's all that matters. You're going to sleep, who are you?
That's right. Yeah, Shiva, I don't know, bro. So, you know, there's been a lot been going on lately. Um, to be honest with you, bro, like what I feel is a lot of disloyalty or unloyalty. I don't know whatever the hell the word is. I feel like you've completely turned into a diva, like you're some kind of Kardashian or something now, just because you're talking to this weirdo who everyone knows is a weirdo, except for you apparently. And like you like just ditching your number one bro, like your day one bro, for what? For a little status and a little fame, and she's gonna end up ditching you one of these days. You know she is. She's looking for somebody, and it ain't you. She already called you. You're either her little brother or her son, or I don't know what. Like she put you in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
That's all right.
on, bro.
Yeah, actually, it's always good to find contrast in life. This was a great contrast lesson for me. And the contrast is that, yeah, I did see you that you were there from the start. You were kind of pioneered my YouTube channel. You were there from the beginning. You're the founding father. And yeah, I saw it
I
today.
was
Like, man,
there, and I was there before the YouTube channel, way before the YouTube channel.
that's true. So the lesson that I take from this whole experience is bros before the ladies.
Yeah,
And so I feel that much stronger. And yeah, gotta get stronger morals, I guess. That's what I'm doing.
listen. Stop making this so damn like. Don't be like. Now you're gonna make me feel bad. I'm gonna lose all my steam.
I'm good at
You're
that.
being look at Shiva being reasonable and shit. Can't
I'm a reasonable
handle
guy.
it.
What I kind of want to talk about is, well, at least leave this topic aside, or maybe you can come back to it in a few minutes. I want to talk about Donald Trump's new election and all that stuff that's happening. Yeah. So you're there in the United States. Tell me what's going on. What's the vibe like?
Well, apparently you're in the United States now.
No, 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 no. We don't talk about that.
Because you live in Canada with Governor Trudeau. Bro, Donald Trump did an interview, right? And I posted it in my channel. You're my server again now, right? Yeah. You need to go to the Trump channel and go in there and look at the interview that I posted of Donald Trump. He's getting interviewed by some reporter. And she's like, she's like, you mentioned that you might use military force to get Panama. And and you're also talking about doing, getting Greenland somehow. And like, what makes you think that you can do all this stuff? And like, how are you planning on getting Canada as well? Like, is it going to be military force or whatever? And he was like, what, for Governor Trudeau? He's like, he's like, bro, he's like, I had a conversation with Governor Trudeau, and I asked him, I said, what would happen to Canada if America stopped giving it so many subsidies? And he was like, and Governor Trudeau responded that they wouldn't survive, they wouldn't survive without the subsidies. And so then Donald Trump was like, well, then if we're keeping you alive, then I mean, you might as well be the 51st state. And he's like, Governor Trudeau didn't know how to respond.
Wow.
And then so the lady goes, the lady tries to outsmart him, and she goes, yeah, well, he's already resigning, and the incoming guy, well, I don't know who he is, whatever his name is. She was like, the incoming guy said he would never allow such a thing. And Trump was like, this is not about whether he would allow it or not. I mean, he's not gonna have a choice. Like Trudeau already spilled the beans. Like Canada financially, this is just mathematically speaking, they depend on the United States. So so she was like, but do you have the right to take another country like that? And he was like, no, this is not about us having the right to do it. But what we do have the right is we do have the right to stop subsidizing them. And if that's going to cause them to fall, then I mean, he's like, I guess we'll see, what that guy ends up doing.
What does subsidizing mean?
So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure what it means is that they probably like give them some sort of slack on the trade deals. That's what I think it means, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, something to do with money, like either we give them money or we like give them cheaper deals on our trade deals or whatever, something like that. Some financial assistance program, basically. You could put it that way. And then on top of that, he also brought up the fact in the interview that apparently Canada depends on the United States for military protection as well. So it's like, it was like, we're subsidizing you, we're protecting you militarily, like that's totally fine and dandy, but I mean, why would we do that for you if you're not our state? Like you just become the state, and no problem.
I mean, I'm not too opposed to it. I wouldn't mind having handheld pew-pews. Have one right next to my bedside table.
Yeah.
And yeah. And travel to the mainland United States, to other states without needing a passport. That'd be huge.
Yeah.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about it, and a lot of people seem to want it to happen. I mean, I've spoken to people from all over the place. Like, there's so many countries. Like when they're hearing that this is happening with Panama and Greenland and Canada, like people are like, "Well, sign me up too. Like, take my country."
Wow.
Southern mysticism says, "Bro, why are you talking smack about Canada?" Well, I guess he's on your side for once. Somebody said, "Humble Jesus. Jesus, what are you doing here?"
Trying to enlighten all you folks. Yeah. I saw a video of Donald Trump's daughter. I mean, not daughter, the granddaughter, Kai.
Mhm.
She makes videos. I'm like, oh my God, I want to be in the in crowd so bad.
Why?
And
Why? Wait, what was it about her that made you say that?
like, I don't know, she's a young girl and she's right next to this power. I'm like, man, I want to be there. And Logan Paul and all these goofers, these pranksters and elk guys and this comedians are there in the inauguration. I'm like, oh my God. It's like I'm like two or three people away from just sitting there, you know, three connections or I don't know, three pivots or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe in like 5, 10 years, I'll be in the next inauguration with some as a governor or, you know, part of America.
So you're basically saying because you're seeing, I just want to make sure everybody doesn't get the wrong impression of what you just said because the way you said it was kind of
Oh,
you were like
oh God.
you were like I just saw his young daughter and she was
Uh-oh.
and I wanted to
Uh-oh.
be in the inner circle. Like for what? Excuse me. Like I guess what you're saying is that like some rando like normally she would just be some rando,
Yeah.
but because she's in the inner circle, she gets to be like internet famous and
Yes. All
okay, I
that
get
fame and status and luxury. Oh, makes me
yeah,
salivate.
yeah.
But moving on to the topic, Carlos, now it's time to do a little bit of a introspection on your life, a forced meditation for you. A forced.
Fuck you, bro. But listen, bro.
Hey. You gotta rip the band-aids off. This is a mandatory.
Shiva,
This is a mandatory one per video, okay? We're gonna not too much medicine in you at once.
can I say something? Let me just say something
All right, I'll let you protest as much as you want.
let me say something as amicably as I possibly can.
Yeah.
At no point in time will I ever show any sign of submission to you. And that's exactly what this is. Like you're trying to piss on my leg right now. Like if we were two dogs, this would be you like taking a piss on me right now.
No.
And I'm literally gonna bite your neck. So just
Mm,
cut it out. Cut it out. I'm not trying to make you to submit to anything. We're sitting here as equals right now. Okay? So let's keep it let's keep it copacetic, okay? Let's keep it kosher. All right, nobody submits to nobody. We're equals.
let us
That's
know
it.
in the chat, okay? In the chat, tell us. Tell us what you want. Send us a 1 for me to continue to Carlos's side and piss on his leg, or 2 if I should backtrack and bring another topic here. Okay, we'll switch the topics until you guys tell us.
And in the meantime, can you please tell me what your obsession is with this particular action of having me meditate on the internet?
Uh, it's like something that I see and it's worth calling out.
It's
Yeah,
what?
it's
I'm
worth
sorry.
like
Would
I
you
do these calls with Leo and we talk about each other or talk about things that we see in each other. That sounds so romantic, but yeah, it's like something that I see that needs to be improved in your character. And hey, there's room for improvement unless you think you're perfect, some perfect guy. And this is also not about me pushing you to submission, although I know that's how you feel. Sometimes, maybe sometimes, if a powerful enough force comes, you gotta slightly respect it, you know?
I totally get that, right? But I don't understand how you don't get the fact that I'm a paralyzed individual. If there's one thing that I do more than anything is sit still. Okay? Like I've literally been forced at this point to sit still.
Yeah, I hear that.
This right here is the most like amount of like movement that I do throughout my day. Outside of when I obviously when I'm exercising and stuff like that, but I mean, besides, like if I'm not exercising or doing a podcast, I'm literally stuck sitting still.
Okay. So we got Mr. Zilla put a number 2 in the chat. So it looks like it's 1-0 for me to backtrack and move to another topic. So unless two of you say one, then I'm going to move on to the next topic, which is gold and money. Donald Trump is gold. He suntans, his skin is gold, his haircut is gold, and he's talking about gold. This is the golden age in America. And I'm looking at him, yeah, buddy, it is. We're going to have 4 years of gold. Looking at gold every day because you're gold. So, another thing it's worth mentioning is that during the inauguration, there was lots of big business leaders there, big hitters, you know? Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, all these, and the Google guy was there, I don't even know his name. Billionaires, multi-billionaires, and I could feel the vibe, how Donald Trump is walking around. Even though he's the top dog, there's still strings attached. You can't run that show totally authority. He's got to bend the knee or submit or, you know, be subservient to somehow at some level. And those guys are huge. I mean, come on. It's like 100
Is
billion.
that hold on. You started that off so well.
Come on,
You
Carlos.
started that off so well by saying that basically what it sounded like you were saying is that you saw the big dogs there because the biggest dog had attracted them. That's where I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, actually that I see that too. Definitely that goes without saying.
Like,
But
did you see the video, for example, of Mark Zuckerberg coming and doing a whole 180 on his stance on political censorship?
yes, I did. Yeah.
And then now, so he was the main one, the main culprit, right, of interfering with Trump's second running, let's call it. And now he's the one. Now he's sitting there, he's the one bending the knee, going to the inauguration to take a picture next to Big Daddy Trump.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
I mean, yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I see that too now. But what am I trying to say here? Yeah, although the president of the United States is powerful, he's not as powerful as I initially perceived him. Meaning that
Why?
chair. Because, man, it's like you're not a dictator. You have to bend the knee to all sorts of influences. And even though that guy probably bends the least amount of knees, he still bends the knee. You gotta do it.
I just want to know who you're seeing. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think there's powers above all these people, but I want to know who you're specifically thinking he's bending the knee to. And like,
Uh,
don't say like the Illuminati or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, without going into crazy conspiracy
yeah,
theories.
I mean, I can't say specifically. I was just telling you how I felt the vibe of that video, and you know, I could be mistaken, but I'll rephrase it again. I saw the big dog there, Trump, the golden guy, and lots of big heavy hitters. And you can see, oh, this guy is not the only one running the show. These guys have a say in what's happening too. That's why they're here. Why else would they be here? So, yeah.
That's interesting how you see it that way. It's I don't know. Maybe we both have our biases
Yeah.
because I look at it as Trump brought, for example, Elon Musk was there. Trump brought him into the fold. RFK was there. Trump brought him into the fold. Zuckerberg literally changed his complete policy and his stance on censorship and on his platform, and then came and he publicly like apologized and said like, I'll never do that again, and I'll never be part of political censorship again, whatever. And he removed fact checking from his platform, and like I don't see what you're seeing. Like they're the
Yeah.
ones who are. For example, Elon Musk used to be. He used to say he would never pick sides. He was always like in the middle, but now he's like full on Trump. Like I don't see what you're seeing. I feel like
Yeah.
everybody's getting sucked into Trump's vortex. I don't see it any other way around. I don't see whose voice. I don't know. I don't know. I know
Yeah.
you like to talk from like an energetically which
Yeah. Forget it.
You know.
Energy doesn't exist, blah blah. But tell me what you think of Mr. Musk's little gesture that we made. Very nice gesture.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I forgot all about that.
You know, when I first watched it, I'm like, it was just like energetic. I mean, he was so
The thing,
enthusiastic. I didn't even see what is this guy goofer.
you
And
know,
then
that's a, yeah. And
yeah,
then what?
and then the news kind of showed it. I'm like, oh, I see.
Yeah. Of course, the
Yeah,
news is gonna clip it up, and the thing
but
that people need to understand, what?
still, like, like maybe he thought about it. He pre-planned it. Not to do it like that. That's too much. But doing it like this, they could get away with it.
Honestly, like I just when I personally see Elon Musk, like he kind of gives me like a little bit of a autistic vibe.
Asperger's, yeah.
Yeah, he has like a little bit of Asperger's, and so like to me, I just think he just had like a quirk or something. I don't know, like he just
Yeah.
kind of just spazzed out in the moment, like like some people have given the theory that like he was waving, like he might have went to go wave at somebody or something. Like I don't know, but I don't like. Do you really think he's like he's giving the like for real the that salute that political party salute? Like
Uh,
like Trump really needs those kinds of problems at this point in time. Like there's not enough being said about the man.
I don't know what to say, what to think, but I mean, it happened, and it's a little bit weird. And when you have that amount of money, I don't know. It's not worth speculating because I don't know these people. It's just speculation.
I mean, that would be that would be interesting because okay, there's another thing I want you to know, right? Because the thing that makes me laugh about all of this is that there's two opposing conspiracy theories about Trump right now. One of them is that he's part of that World War II political party, right, from Germany, that you're alluding to with the Trump, with the way that Elon made that hand gesture.
Yep.
That's one side, right? But the other side is people can't stop complaining about how much he supports Israel. So I mean, like, it can't be both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I wish I was in that close to that circle. Uh, like I originally said, Logan
Hmm.
Paul was sitting there in the inauguration. I really don't like that guy. But he's sitting there next to power. I wish I was there and feel the whole thing and know what's going on. But I guess we're going to see what's going on in the next 4 years or very soon. Because, yeah, Trump is looking healthy, looking vibrant, alive.
The dude's friggin' sharp as hell, man. He got all the people. He pretty much got all the different escalations around the world to settle down before he even took office. Before he even took office, people were already making deals like, okay, we're gonna stop doing this and doing that, and make sure you don't use any words on that because YouTube's told us
Yeah.
not to talk about those things. But
Yeah. That's, coming back to Zuckerberg, I think maybe, this is again speculation, but maybe he realized, oh, this guy's gonna win. Let me go back to this fence because this is the winning side. Oh, no more censorship, guys. Look how I'm in the in crowd. Same with, Mark.
that's exactly how I feel. And not only that, but he's also got to think about the idea that Elon acquired Twitter or X, right? And it's just getting better and better every day. Like I didn't use Twitter like the whole time that it existed, but as soon as Elon bought it, I started using it, and I love it. I think it's great, and I like never go on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I don't like X or this new Twitter. Uh, because I
Because
think
of
like
what?
2 days ago I went on it to find something. Yeah, after this little gesture was made by Elon, and I scrolled through. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on here. And then like I scrolled down 2 or 3 videos, and it's a video of some horrendous thing happening and some people getting beat up. I'm like, oh my god, this is just a dirty platform. Like, why am I even on here? And that's, it's like, I can't do it. So I went off. I don't want to feel bad. But I don't know about you. That's the algorithm that promotes that. It shows those very violent videos.
Well, that's what I was gonna tell you though, is like technically speaking, like X has there's two main channels, right? There's the For You page and then there's the like what you subscribe to. Like you can click on either feed.
Oh,
Yeah, so on the top of
interesting.
the screen there's like what the algorithm thinks you might want to watch. But that's also based on what you've been watching. So usually, I mean, if you're seeing stuff I mean, you've probably been
Oh, time to go clear my browser history.
Uh, so, but then there's the stuff that you subscribe to, and that's what I was gonna say is that you can make it what you want. Like you can decide who to follow, and then just not go on the other. Don't go on the For You page. Just go on your subscription feed, and just see who you want.
I see. Okay, might be an
Just
invaluable.
just type in, flower cupcake, rainbow, uh, flower cups and rainbows, and then just follow everybody that comes up.
Yeah. So next is crypto. Everybody's favorite online currency, cryptocurrency. Solana, some people said it's exploding in value. I checked my wallet and it's like up 50% or something. I'm like, oh, maybe I should sell. And then before I sold, I'm like, what would Carlos do? And Carlos would probably tell me to wait. So I didn't sell.
And aren't you glad?
I guess so. I don't really check up on that stuff. So you got to remind me to sell it because if you don't, I probably won't.
It broke all time. The one that I told you to get broke all time high not like 2 days ago,
Huge, 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 huge.
and it's just gonna get better. So the one you're talking about specifically is Solana. Southern Mysticism. What did I do to you? I didn't say. He said, "Why did you do that? I donated to you so many times." What is he talking about? Are you still complaining about Canada? How are you in Canada and your name is Southern Mysticism? What is that?
The guy's just a confused guy.
I thought you were like in Texas or something. No, but yeah, so Solana is the coin that I told you to get. And yeah, it literally broke its all-time high like 2 or 3 days ago. It went back down since then, but not a lot. And it's like now it's still hovering like close to its all-time high right now. And they're also getting an ETF sometime this year, probably around sometime between like March and October.
Donald Trump. Yeah.
Ooh, wait, bro. Southern Mississippi said, "Bro, these cryptos don't hold value intrinsically. Can we please talk about this?"
This guy irritates me really badly.
No, but I need, this is our fault. This is not maybe not yours, but like people like me, this is my fault for not educating them. I need to do more videos around crypto. Southern, can you join my Discord, please? Like you're always in the chat and I appreciate you. So like, can you just join the Discord so that I
Yeah.
can do some videos with you
Yeah, you do a
and
different. Let's move on because I don't want to hear about crypto. You should do another video. Anyways, moving on. Donald Trump during the inauguration, he's like, "Hey guys, we're gonna rename the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America."
bro.
And then camera shifts to Hillary Clinton in the background. She just starts giggling and like face palm, like, "Oh my god, what a freaking goof!" Or what a egotistical maniac. I'm sure that was she was thinking, but she was the only one laughing. Nobody was laughing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know anything about that. Isn't it in the Gulf of Mexico? Isn't it in Mexico? Like next to Mexico? That
Yeah, but like I think like majority is our it borders us.
Let me Google it. I'll share it with you. I'll share a picture.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be nice to see that the Panama Canal gets returned to the United States. I thought when I was doing history or learning about it, I don't know when, but many years ago or months ago, I was like,
Mm.
why this? Why'd they give it back? It's like an invaluable way of making money. It's such control. No, give it back. Yeah, but I don't know what's going through that
Yeah,
guy's.
no, and they're saying that basically Trump is complaining now because basically they gave it back, but now it's supposedly China is running it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, so that's his big issue with it because we built it. We built it for them. We didn't build it for we built it for us, but we're the ones who paid for it.
Yeah,
And
here,
so what is it? What are you saying? What are you showing?
there's no way it's gonna show, right?
Put it in front of your face because I can't see it. Your screen is too like you can put it closer. Just tell me what you're seeing. Tell me what you're seeing.
Anyways, I'm looking at the Gulf of Mexico, and yeah, I mean, it looks like the majority of it is in the United States, or it's like 50-50 to be fair. But the United States is a big dog. Should claim that name, you know.
Look,
Gulf.
well, and so like Southern Miss, I want to address this too, but I'm gonna keep going with what you're talking about. But I'm gonna address Southern also as well. He says Trump is not against the swamp; he is the swamp. I want to address that, but let's keep talking about what you're saying for a second. So Trump is like you can see like what everyone's talking about is he's making these big dog claims, right? Like I'm getting it at Greenland, I'm getting Canada, I'm getting Panama. It's going to be the Gulf of America. Like these things sound absurd, right? But people forget that he was making these same ridiculous quote unquote claims his first time. I'm going to build a wall. They're going to pay for it. You know what I mean? People thought that was nuts. But it ended up happening. Then he was like, everybody was like, the greatest threat that we have to America right now is North Korea. And then literally Trump goes over there and did you watch this? Did you watch when Trump went to North
Oh
Korea?
yeah,
You
of
didn't
course, of
see.
course.
He literally went to North Korea. You know that DMZ line where they have the North Korean soldiers and the South Korean soldiers and they're sitting there staring at each other all day and night. And that line is like sacred. Like that's like holy ground. Like they don't nobody plays around with that line. You gotta say. And Trump is standing on the South Korean side, and the Kim Jong Un or whoever was standing on the North Korean side, and they're sitting there chit chatting or whatever. And Trump goes to grab his hand, and he grabs him and he yanks him over the freaking line, bro. He
What?
just yanked him over the line. You didn't see this? This is what I'm saying. Like this, like all the people that talk so much crap. Big Riz, what up, Big Riz? People don't understand the level of the things that he does. Like so, and then so like a week later, Trump, no, I'm sorry, North Korea and South Korea, uh, like they called like some sort of like peace, some sort of peace deal between each other that hadn't happened in like 60 years after he did that. So again, something like, and this is stuff that we grew up with. Like we always grew up with those two countries having problems with each other, and we thought it would just be like never ending. But like during his term, it ended. Like it's back on now, but like at least when he was there, it got fixed. Like and it was like something that you just never thought could happen. And another one, big one, was China. I remember always growing up, people being like, "Yeah, we're kind of like China's kind of got us in check and a little bit of a checkmate because they own most of our debt." And if they were ever to call the debt, like we would go bankrupt and blah 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 blah. So we can't really mess with them, this and that. And Trump was like, man, forget all that. Like tariffs on China, like tariff them. And then China was like, well, excuse me, you're gonna tariff us? And they tariffed us back. And then Trump said, okay, then you gonna tariff us? Then double tariff on you. And then China did they tariffed us back again. And then Trump said, okay, bet. You want to do that again? Okay, triple tariff on you then. And literally everybody was losing their mind. Like the news was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna like everything's gonna fall apart, economic downfall of America, whatever. Even me, I was like, what are you doing? Like we don't mess with China. All of a sudden China came to meet up with they were like, okay, we want to have a meeting now. Let's have a meeting. They had a meeting and they took back their tariffs and we actually kept ours in place. And they're still in place till today. With all the crap that the Democrats talk about the tariffs, they didn't take them off. And it's like these are the things that like again like I grew up with that notion, right? Of like, no, you can't switch. Like, you don't mess with China. You don't call their bluff. But Trump did. You get what I'm saying? And then about the wall, they
Carlos says it lagging. Where
they
you got?
Big Riz paid me $5 for super chat.
Respect.
Shout out Big Riz. I gotta let's answer his question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It says I got into XRP and XEN. Both have done around a 5x so far. Look into Made America crypto. Oh no, I totally agree with you on that, Rick Riz. Trump will make them tax free. He freed Ross. Absolutely, 100%. So yeah, that's Shiva doesn't want to talk about crypto because apparently I don't know why it hurts his feelings or something, but yeah, so that's absolutely right, Big Riz. So Trump is pro-American made crypto. But guess what, Shiva? Lucky for you, Solana is one of them. And so essentially what they're proposing, I think there's basically rumors going around that Trump is going to make any American-based crypto that you have earnings on will be tax-free.
Huge.
So another reason why you want Canada to be America.
Wow. I mean, I doubt that it's gonna happen.
Oh, you doubt it?
Yeah, I doubt it. But I mean, it's nice to dream.
And this is what I'm trying to explain to you. So, like for example, let me give you some ideas of how cunning this man is, right? So when he said that he was gonna build the wall, right? Oh, are you falling asleep now? Oh, we're losing him.
No, go ahead.
We're losing him. He's
11:30. It's almost bedtime.
Yeah, it's almost bedtime for me too. But so when Trump said that he was gonna first he said he was gonna build a wall. That was already audacious. Everybody was like, "Yeah, right. What are you dumb? What do you mean build a wall? Like we're gonna have a wall? Like you know what I mean? Like we're just gonna be walled in." And on top of that, when he said, and they're gonna pay for it, like Mexico, right? Everybody's like, no, and even the the Mexican president came out and started laughing. He was like, "What an idiot!" Like he's like, "We ain't gonna pay for no stupid wall. Are you dumb?" And then next thing you know, Trump. We had a trade agreement with Mexico. I forgot what it was called. I don't know, but whatever. Trump withdrew us from the trade deal and renegotiated the trade terms to where it would benefit us more. He made a new trade deal. And so in a roundabout way, with the extra money that we made out of it, yeah, NAFTA, Rizzo said NAFTA. Yeah, I guess we used to be in NAFTA and now we're in like some other deal with Mexico. But in a roundabout way, Mexico ended up paying for the wall through the trade deal. But people don't get it. Like they don't understand. Like this is the type of stuff when he says these things, like they think, like people think simple. Like he says they're gonna pay for it, and they think that he meant like, oh, the president's gonna like go in his pocket and like hand me a check. Like no, he's gonna do something to where, you know what I mean? The end result is basically the same. You get what I'm saying? And they don't understand that. Southern Mississippi says, when the U.S. economy crashes because of Trump, I'm going to laugh at you. Bro, what are you talking about? First of all, you're in Canada, so like hush up, like over there. Like, really think about it, Southern. When Trump was in office for the first time around, the inflation rate stayed steadily around 2% his entire 4 years. The entire time, even like during the flu. So I don't know what are you talking about? Where did you see any signs of financial weakness during Trump's initial term? Where did you see any instability around the world? Where did you see anything wrong besides the unfortunate pandemic that wasn't his fault? I don't know where people get this nonsense from. But Southern, join the Discord, bro. Like I'm seeing we need to talk, bro. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. Join the Discord and we'll hash it all out. Yeah.
Yeah, bruh. So it's 2025, new year, new me. Yeah, big things are coming, big things are happening. I got really nothing else to say, no topics. Danny in the chat says we are so blessed to live in a first world country in good conditions.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Look, and Trump said, Miss Southern says Trump was at his golf course 90% of the time.
Bro.
He didn't do ish. Yeah, Southern, I can tell you don't follow
He
politics.
watches CNN, bro. Leave him be.
Yeah, he's a CNN watcher. You're losing me, Southern. I'm sorry, but I could sit here and tell you for days all the things that Trump did. You have no idea. You're lost in the sauce, my friend. Stop watching CNN.
I think we should end it. Right when it's sweet. We don't want to leave on a sour note. And that's a good little podcast talking about politics and worldly news and affairs. We should do more of these. You got any final words?
How can I say to you, Shiva? I just half of me wants me to tell you to wake the fuck up, and the other half wants me to just let you bang your head against the wall and figure it out on your own. So I guess I'll leave it on that note.
As the wise master Soma said, don't go into people's houses and try to rearrange their furniture. So I guess I won't do that to you.
And when are we doing this podcast with the missus, with your old lady?
Yeah, it's gonna have to happen soon. Why? What, you got any ideas or?
I mean, I like where you told me she agrees with me on at least that one subject. So that's a good starting point off rip.
Yeah.
Riz, thank you again, man, for the $5 super chat. Big Riz. But yeah, no, tell her that. I also let her know that I'm very, very much for it.
Okay. And yeah, that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching.